Hello guys and welcome. So this is gonna be the first video in English of this channel. I just received a comment below my hot lap video in Silverstone. So this actually motivated me and I actually wanted to, start something with the English language because I'm pretty sure we can discover new horizons speaking about the channel and everything. So very happy. It's gonna be the first video. So in this video, we're gonna analyze Guan Yu Zhou's incident and what happened at Roy Nissany in Formula 2. So how the Halo saved 2 lives in one day. Let's start off with Roy Nissany, who, very sorry to say this, but has to be pushed away from the circuit. He's pretty much dangerous at the moment for the other drivers and for itself. So let's analyze the situation. Basically, Roy Nissany goes wide at Stowe corner, then rejoins the track unsafely while other driver already passed him, and the poor Dennis Hogger was about to pass him, but Nissany just cuts him the road and pushes him onto the grass. While doing that, he breaks his suspension. So the situation is pretty weird. We have Dennis Hogger, who has a broken suspension and is going like 100 miles per hour straight into the penultimate corner, and Roy Nissany, who just pushed him wide and is now rejoining the track behind the other drivers. So basically, Dennis obviously trying to brake as hard as he possibly can, but it's very difficult for him, you know? He has a broken suspension, but he can't stop and is going straight on into the corner.
Sale, vuelve, toca.
Toca, desllanta y lo estaba viendo venir,
Esto hay que guardarlo porque es el ejemplo concretísimo
de lo que no hay que hacer.
de lo que no hay que hacer.
Y la banana de seguridad, fantástico, muy bien.
Despegue.
Buah. Bueno, Lalo.
Sí le ha tocado.
Sin halo, tenemos un drama hoy.
Now, at the penultimate corner of Silverstone, there is this massive curb, which, I get it, it does a great job, so drivers can't cut it. But at the same time, those height curbs are really dangerous, talking about safety. And by the way Formula 1 is going into these years, I think that it's just nonsense. So I actually think they should remove it. But like every circuit, because maybe, outside the corner could be still a pretty good idea, but inside the corner it's very dangerous, because while going outside the corner there is always gravel or grass to stop you. But if you go down the inside and you can't brake, like Dennis Hogger's situation, it's very dangerous for the other drivers. And that's what happened to him and Nissany. Basically, Nissany was arriving to the penultimate corner and Hogger couldn't stop, so unfortunately went onto that big curbing and just hit the halo of Nissany. So basically, if it wasn't for the halo, what could have been hit would have probably been Nissany's neck. And if Nissany is here to talk about it to us, it's only because of the halo. Can you just imagine that car with that weight and that speed going into someone's neck? He would have definitely died. So thank you for the halo for saving your life. Obviously, Nissany has been untouched and is declared fit for the next race, so it's gonna race for next Formula 2 round, which I actually don't remember what it's gonna be. Now, moving to Formula 1, it all obviously happened at the start. So basically, George Russell has a very poor start, while Zhou and Gasly behind him get a very good start. So Zhou stays at the left part of the straight. Gasly wants to go in between them, and Russell wants to be as left as possible just to have a good racing line for the first corner, to keep the momentum and have a good speed outside the corner. But unfortunately, Gasly, while trying to break into them, hides in George Russell's blind spot, because he couldn't see him while turning his head, and he couldn't see him in the mirrors. That's called a blind spot. So Russell couldn't see Gasly and shuts him off onto the road. Gasly hits Russell, who, while spinning, hits Zhou. And so Zhou has been sent spinning into the air and goes for 200 meters upside down, going before onto the gravel and then into the fence before the grandstands. So, while watching this accident, there are two main questions to answer. Why did the halo save him? So basically, how could they save before the halo? And then, why didn't the car roll? Because you see many times Formula 1 cars rolling, but you don't see a car hanging upside down for like 200 meters. There is only one response to both these questions, which is the roll bar. So basically the roll bar is something you can't really see because it's placed in a spot where the air is sent to cool down the engine, so it just hit onto the structure of the Formula 1 car. But it's just placed before over the driver's head. And the reason that we have it on the car is because if you see yourself hanging upside down, that thing is not gonna break, possibly, and it's not gonna get your head hitting the ground. So basically, the big thing is the roll bar failed. Yeah, it just blew on its own while being upside down. And the main reason why the car rolled is because the roll bar just breaks the car while the other part of the car is still moving. So it goes like a grip on the asphalt, and the other part of the car has a lot of speed and keeps rolling until it stops. And the main reason Zhou is still alive is because of the halo. Because if the roll bar failed and it wasn't for the halo, Zeus would have probably been killed by the ground, by just hitting the ground for 200 meters going straight on. So yeah, the halo saved Zeus' life, not letting his head hitting the ground. So we really have to say thank you to the guy who invented the halo, and to pray there are not gonna be more crashes like this. But most importantly, I think there should be more tests for more Formula 1 cars. So yeah, you just can't get your roll bar to fail. I think these cars should be tested more. Obviously the Alpha is declared good and secure for racing, but when it happens like this situation, for example, you gotta think like, oh yeah, they probably didn't test this. Why? I do think even if you have the halo, that the roll bar has to be safer and stronger, because it can't just blow on its own when a car is upside down. So yeah, 2 lives saved by the halo in one day, and very big thank you to Formula 1 for bringing this innovation into those modern cars. So guys, here's everything for my first English video. I'm very pleased that you guys subscribed to the channel because we are actually growing. I'm very happy about that, and see you guys in the next video. I don't know how many videos are gonna be published in English, because you know I just don't have time, but trust me, we're gonna continue with these English videos. Hope you guys subscribe.